And finally, Roxy, all desperate, finally gives in. She believes in fairies now. And because of that, the Winx all believe it. I do have my pros and cons for this, but I will list the pros first. The first pro is that this is the best part about this episode. The Winx earning their believe it because Roxy believed in them. And I think that's one of the most eventful and epic moments in season 4. You know, I've had so many criticisms about season 4, but this is one of the greatest moments. And Believe It is so incredibly beautiful. Honestly, this is really great. And every Winx looks so unique in their Believix. I just love it. I know we all love Enchantress. I personally do. And I also like Believix because of like how individualized everyone is. Like my love for Believix has always grown ever since I first saw it. And I know that a lot of people complain about the later seasons where like some of the transformation lack any uniqueness or individuality. Everyone looks the same. I look back at Believe It, where the last time we get, where everyone gets their individual transformations. And that is sad. I understand that there are transformations in later seasons that I might like. For example, harmonics. You know, some of the transformations do look similar. Even though it's gorgeous, I do miss the individuality like the previous seasons had with their transformations. Not only from the outfits, but the sequences and the background as well. And I also hate it when people compare Enchantress and Believers together. To me, I think they're both beautiful in their own unique way. I think Enchantress is beautiful for its ethereal and whimsical vibe, and Believers is beautiful for its modern aesthetic, and I like it for different reasons. I don't like the idea when someone's like, oh, they don't like Believe It because they think it's a downgrade, and I disagree. I personally do prefer Enchantrix more because it looks more beautiful, but I still think Believe It deserves this, crown. And I had to say I'm a huge Believe It stan, so those are my pros. I do have my con though. First of all, I did not like the episode that they earned the Enchantrix in. I mean, Believe It's in. Like the annoying drama in the beginning with the boys and the girls did not help this transformation feel like it didn't feel right. I don't feel like I've been rewarded with this transformation. Because I feel like I had to put through so much bullshit with the girls and the boys. Even throughout like the first episode to this sixth episode, I did not find myself enjoying the show itself. So I feel like the earning the Believix didn't feel like I deserved it. Maybe if season 4 was written better, the payoff will feel better. But there is also another thing that I have an issue with. I think what I like about Charmix and Enchantrix is that each girl has earned those transformations individually. For Believers, everyone seems to get it at once. And to me, I don't like that. And I think we could have seen the individual journeys of getting Believers, like how we did for Enchantrix and Charmix. And I kind of have an idea of how each of the girls could have earned Believers and, still kept the rule of earning Believers. This is an idea I kind of had if I wanted to rewrite season 4, but I'll say it here anyway, just in case. The first thing I want to mention is that I want to keep the rule of like, a person, has to believe in themselves or believe in the wings, and this is how, the fairies earn believe it. We can have the first episode of Layla, we can have her, like help train a group of kids, learn to do karate, martial arts, or dancing, or whatever. They should help these students, defend themselves and others. I'm just imagining a scenario where first of all, like Layla, is looking, something to do with her life, like everyone seems to have their careers. Like Misa, it seems to, has a music going on. Flora wants to, have a garden. And we can see how Layla can contribute to her futures, and maybe she always wanted to like teach children how to be active and all that, and we can see it paying off with the students. And what the end result could be is that what if there's like a fighting situation involving like a group of like criminals, and who gets to save the day? Or the students who were taught by Layla through her lessons. And because they believed in themselves and her, this is how Layla could have earned her belief X. And then we have Stella. She could have earned her belief X as well. And this is my idea. She could help out a girl who's been dealing with like an abusive mother or a toxic mother. And she has to help this girl, break away from her mother, and help the girl, find the courage to stand up to her mother, and finally break free, and find a guardian to be, a safe space for her. This should, give Stella some emotional empathy for another person. But it also kind of connects with her because Stella, she also has things going on with her life, with her father, mother. I mean, she spent the last season, spending time with Cassandra and Chimera, and they weren't nice people. And I think Stella would be able to connect with this girl. And who knows, Stella could be the temporary guardian before the girl can have a new, a person that can look after her. And this is how Stella could have earned her Believe It. And then for Misa, she could really help like a person, who's, who is a like guitarist and, wants to perform in a stage, but is really lacks the confidence and is kind of has a stage fright. So Misa could, help that person out. It could be a guy, playing a guitar, and with her help, she can help this man out, and help him be a successful guitarist. And this is how Misa could earn her believe it. As for Flora, we can, change some scenes around from other episodes. If you remember that episode where they were trying to retrieve that white circle, Flora could have helped that old man out. And, he was really grumpy about his farm. And, he didn't seem to respect everyone. And, he didn't seem to respect nature. And then, like, his barn caught on fire, right? And I think Flora, could have helped, helped that man ease with his anger, helped him, through his struggles, and because of that, Flora could have earned her believe it. And then Techna could help out another person, like helping a girl who was wrongfully accused by a court or something. And Techno could be that lawyer role to this girl and see finding evidence to find evidence to to prove this girl is innocent. as well as to find the real culprit for this crime. And thus, the jury, could believe not only this girl, but also Tekna. And this is how Tekna could have earned her believix. And in conclusion, Bloom could have earned her believix just like how she did, trying to prove Roxy that she is a fairy. Instead of everyone else, earning believers for Roxy's situation, it could have been just being Bloom, who's the mentor of Roxy this season. So, all that considered, this is how they could have earned individually. So that's my take on how they could have earned individually. Take it or leave it.